Hello and welcome to Rat Time, the show where in the last episode all I did was talk about myself, and now we're back to our regularly scheduled Rat Time complaining. So every day since I posted Rat Time 1, Melinda has been asking for a shout out almost every day. And I keep telling her the same thing, either do something really nice to me, or do something really mean to me. Right now you're neutral, and if you're neutral you won't get mentioned. But today she said she wouldn't be my friend anymore if I didn't mention her. And that made me a sad rat. So there you go, Melinda. Same story with Olivia, except for she complimented me twice today, and that made me a happy rat. In other news, the other day was a terrible day in human history. They started filming the new Avatar movie. I hate that movie. It was just an awful movie, and everything about it made me feel like it was wasting my life. But somehow it got to be the top grossing movie of all time. I don't get it. So last week we had football on a Thursday night, and that made me really freaking tired. And when I'm tired, I become grumpy. So as we were marching into the stadium, I ran into a sign in the middle of the road. Which leads me to question, why is anyone putting anything in the middle of the road? Roads are for cars and the occasional walker. Things such as children, speed bumps, signs, and more. Hazards in the middle of the road only end up being problematic to the drivers and people walking there. So in an effort to help a bass drummer that can't see over his drum, please, for the love of God, get signs out of the road! So then at the game I was kidnapped. During our third quarter break I just went to go shake hands with one of the guys from the other band, and he grabbed my hand and started running. It was the best thing ever. I was finally gonna get away from my life of abuse and sadness, and then Ben Patrizzi showed up. Screaming, "My rat!" He grabbed my arm and pulled me back from my escape. I'm glad someone cares about me, but still, if I'm trying to escape, just let me escape! So afterwards, I ended up skipping school on Friday. I was so tired and behind in all my schoolwork that I didn't really care. And my mom was also having a surgery, so I wanted to be there for her as well. The surgery went really well, by the way. Even so, some people just didn't agree with my decision to skip. After I finished all my work, I went and met Brooke and Emma at Chick-fil-A. It was supposed to be a triple date, but Gavin couldn't make it, Natalie was asleep, and Cole decided last minute that he wasn't able to go, even though he told everyone he was going beforehand. I'm assuming that Cole canceled because he hates me. So while at the Chick-fil-A, Brooke and Emma decided, hey, let's watch Rat Time. So that's cool, I guess, even though I still feel like watching vlogs is a waste of lifetime and happiness in general. But you guys like it, so who cares? After eating at Chick-fil-A, we went to Target to get a birthday present for Katie. I found this amazing book. One of the characters reminds me of myself. For your benefit, I'm changing the names of the people in it. All of my friends are Jaren, Mike, and Patrick. Thanks, Ryan! Thanks, Ryan! Thanks, Ryan. The only ship we need is a friend ship. Huh? Patrick, Jaren, and Mike? Patrick, Jaren, and Mike slapped their faces in shame of my bad pun. That's my story from the book. All of my friends are dead. I wish. Afterwards, we went to Emma's house and I got to meet her amazing dogs. I love them, even though they may or may not have eaten a large sum of money, which is pretty bad. Dennis showed up for a little while too, so it was cool to see him. Honestly, there was nothing to complain about. It was just a good time in general for all of us. The only bad part of the night is when Brooke and Emma forced me to walk through the bra department at the Target with them. And then when I got lost and had to turn around in about 5 different driveways on the way home. So a 5-minute drive ended up taking 20 minutes. All of those roads are just so confusing! You can't... And then my phone was dead, so I couldn't even use my GPS. It was a bad time. I returned home tired, grumpy, and still needing to turn in an essay, which was due in 5 minutes. But I got it in and went straight to bed, so it was all good. Saturday was really frickin' boring. I worked on an essay and math homework all morning long. And then Jaren texted me saying he was bored. I texted back same and then drove to his house to kidnap him. The only problem is he had the same idea and he drove to my house as I was driving to his house. The second I pulled into his driveway, he called me and said, hey, I'm at your house, get over here. Me and Jaren are hashtag best friend goals. So I drove home and then we went and got some yummy Blaze pizza. And then we went to that Halloween store in the same plaza. This store had every single costume, prop, and decoration ever in Halloween existence. Except for something rat-related and a frickin' mace. I love my mace so much, and it was just discriminating against rats. The whole experience offended me on so many different levels. Soon we got back to my house and went on an adventure in the abandoned nursery next door. We walked way back in the back, like it was pitch dark and there was no one back there except for us. But that didn't stop us from hearing a really angry man screaming. It was really frickin' creepy. We were far back enough that you shouldn't be able to hear anything except for yourselves and the sounds of nature. There was either a hobo back there or some sort of paranormal activity going on. Either way, not a very good place for, anyway, it just wasn't a very good place for us to be, so we left. And then we went back to my house and watched The Office until we fell asleep. Sunday, I had the best nap of my life. I got home from church and I just slept for 3 hours. It was amazing. And then I went to youth group, and after youth group I went to the Dollar Tree to get some candy for Brooke, and when I got back to my car from the Dollar Tree, someone had puked on it. Somebody puked on my car. I mean, I get that the guys spit on my car all the time, and that's awful, but someone puked on it. This is a million times worse. I had no idea who it was, but afterwards I was once again grumpy. So I just got home and went to bed. Monday sucked as well. During choir, Mark kicked me in the face when he was getting up. Who kicks their leg when they're trying to stand up? Especially high enough to hit someone right in the face. And then during buffs, I nearly fell off one of the risers too. Just about killed me. At the end of the night, Mrs. Singer didn't look so well. So being the caring rat that I am, I said, "Mrs. Singer, are you okay?" And she said, "I've had a fever all day, but as long as you got your English homework done, everything is okay." Good roast. Hurtful at the time, but still a very good roast, which I know I deserve. In Spanish today, Mrs. Sharon was our substitute teacher. She ended up watching Rat Time 5 and said she loved it. And then while she was watching it, the guidance department gave me Smarties. How'd you know those were my favorite? Thank you, guidance department, and God bless you. In an update on my Spanish presentation, Van has still done nothing, except for copy and paste my own words into the PowerPoint. And the presentation is tomorrow. To make up for his lack of work, he gave me a fidget spinner. Thanks for the cancer, Van. Today during play practice, Noonan cursed the entire show. He, and several other people after him, screamed the word Macbeth. In the theater, screaming Macbeth causes bad luck. When the Scottish play is mentioned during a production, someone always ends up getting hurt or killed during the production. Unless, of course, you do the reversal ceremony, which everyone but Tia did because it's just a stupid tradition! So thank you, Tia. If anything during this production goes wrong, we all know who to blame. Thank you for watching this episode of Rat Time, the show which I've been told by several people gives them the inspiration to keep living. No pressure there for me. I hope you enjoyed this good vlog, and we'll see you next time on Rat Time. This is Ryan the Rat signing out. On September 29th, 2017, a group of talented artists painted the rock in honor of Rat Time. Not even 2 days later, the entire tennis team came and painted over it. This made me very sad. That rock was all I had going for me. And all the other crappy stuff going on in my life, it gave me comfort. It made me feel loved. And it was all ruined not even 2 days later. For what? A tennis match that isn't even in Perry? Come on, guys. Rest in peace, my Rat Time rock. Rest in peace. That being said, good luck to our girls' tennis team at sectionals